Now look who's here. So, my child, I know you still didn't find it. You think you know what you're doing. But the truth is, you're still wandering through the mist, just like all the others. Yes, that is what you believe. You know, it would be so easy to see the truth, to feel it, if you, for all your heroism, had not forgotten one thing. To listen. Come, let me show you what I mean. There we go. Sit down and let us listen to the silence. Okay, fine. I get it. You know you have sinned, and that's why you're lying. But look, honey, I'm your husband, and I deserve the truth. Lying is a sin. You know that as well as I do. And you also know the position this puts me in.
What else do you want me to say? It's ours! Yours!
Mine? You make me unhappy. You know that. You make me very, very unhappy. Next time it's going to hurt. Whose child is it? Oh, Lord, is this what I get for my piety? All these years I sacrificed myself for this family. I toiled, I buried my dreams, and all of it because I wanted them to be happy. And now my own wench betrays me and carries another one's fruit in her belly. But no, as if that weren't enough, she denies me the truth. Me, her own husband. Just what am I supposed to do now, Lord? I beg you, tell me. What shall I do? Yes, of course, Lord. You are right. How could I be so blind? The Creator has spoken to me, honey. A child born of sin is tainted. And this is why we will drown it. Yes, that's what we'll do. As soon as it's out, we'll put it in the trough.
You're a monster! You're a goddamned monster!
I beg your pardon.
No,
I think you just said something that would have made me really unhappy. But unfortunately, I didn't hear you loudly enough. So please, be so kind as to say it again. What? I can't hear you, darling. I can't hear you. So tell me, my child, how does it feel to be powerless? How does it feel having to watch and not being able to do anything? No, but now you can, can't you? But there's no more time, silly. I have to go now, forever. It's been so long since I last ate, and I'm craving a slice of meat. Bloody, crisp meat. Goodbye.
By the wise hermit, what's the matter with you? Hey, come on, wake up.
This just doesn't make any sense. Why can't it
What?
ever be easy?
But we will. You found the black stones, and we'll use them, no matter how hard this Korak tries to stop us. But first of all, you should calm down a little. No offense, but you look like shit. Shock of shocks, because I heard you screaming. Plus, look, about that talk we had in Silver Cloud, that was a pretty disgraceful performance on my part. It's just that the past few moons were a lot for me to deal with. Let's put it that way. And what happened to Adela, it was the last straw. I guess what I'm trying to say is, sorry. I said a lot of bullshit down there, which you didn't deserve. What? No, of course not. Please, just let's not make this more awkward than it already is, okay? Happy to hear that. But, be that as it may, Skyrim and the Archmagister asked for you. It's about this Numinos thing. Best you go see them as soon as possible. No, in the Chronicum. And one more thing before you leave. Kalia, the sad-looking girl. How do you feel about her? Just curious. Thanks for being honest with me. We'll catch up later, okay? Take care. Huh?
Sounds to me as if we'd risk a lot for just a ghost of a chance.
Walk blessed.
I'm not sure
Move
if this is
along.
wise.
Oh, hey.
No chance is better than two. That's how the saying goes. You should talk to the Grandmaster. He called for you.
Did he now? How nice. Then I suppose I'll answer the holy call of
Oh,
duty.
hey.
Walk blessed, Archmagister. Ah, Prophetess. If you have a moment, I'd like to talk. Just come upstairs when you find the time.
There you are. Have you recovered? Well, I suppose as good as can be expected under our circumstances. The Truchessus sent half our Arcanists to reinforce the gate sigil, which makes working on the beacon harder, of course. Furthermore, the nightmares have become worse, and more reports of the Red Madness are coming in. It's tragic. Truly tragic. Oh yes, without any doubt. The war has made things far worse. It's almost as if the High Ones draw strength from the chaos. Or maybe it's a sign that the cleansing is approaching. I don't know. Yes, citizens are disappearing from the city, and our outposts are finding them in the wilderness, starving and delirious. And even worse, they are extremely violent. Take care if you're on the road. Well, let's say we have a lead to a place where we could find a lead. But let me start at the beginning. While you were sleeping, someone tried to break into the storehouse of the garrison. A starling named Kamai. You have? That's good. Then he might trust you. Well, brace yourself. He said he was looking for Shadow Steel, because he's been working on a starship for 2 decades now. He wants to use it to find the forgotten homeland of his people. Yes. Doesn't it ring a bell? The Star People believe that their ancestors were born in a forgotten place among the stars. A place without war or hunger, where everyone lives in perfect harmony. All the technology, all the machines that we owe to them were invented to help them get back to this place. A very nostalgic idea. It really is, but unfortunately, a lot of Star People have died in that quest. The starships have crashed, or they simply disappeared. Up until now, no one has ever found the Star City. Kumai, however, claims that he can do it. Well, bear with me. At first, of course, we all considered him insane. He was begging and pleading and insisting that he was just an inch from finishing his ship, and that it really could get him to the Star City. Well, unlike the others, the Grandmaster listened to him, and he ordered the scouts in Duneville to look for the cave where he claimed his workshop was. And you won't believe it, but they found out two things. First of all, the ship really does exist. And secondly, he says he used ancient Starling plans to construct the ship, which were handed down for generations in Anku, the Starling city on Nerim. We had a look at them. They look very similar to the plans we used to construct the beacon. Well, either that, or the ones who created the beacon also helped the Ancient Fathers build the Star City. There's no way to know for sure, but either way, what it does mean is that the Ancient Fathers must have known about the cycle, and therefore about the High Ones and the cleansing. Well, let's put it this way. If anybody knows, it's them, and it's definitely the best lead we have found so far. So, in other words, what that means is that we need to help this Kermai finish his ship, and that we will accompany him on his journey to the Star City. Just imagine if it works. A city in the stars that has lasted for millennia. It's unbelievable, truly unbelievable. You make it sound so easy. But in a nutshell, yes, that's what we need to do. First, you should visit Kamai's workshop in the Powder Desert. The Grand Master and some Arcanists have already left. And, needless to say, be vigilant when outside the city. The Nerimese might not be careless enough to have their camp right in front of the gates, but they have established outposts all over Enderal, as you have undoubtedly already noticed. You are familiar with teleport magic, aren't you? Here, take this scroll. It will transport you directly to the Powder Desert. I need to get back to my studies now. The more we learn about the beacon, the more fascinating it becomes.
Yes, it makes sense. Pathlessness, wherever you look. Where is this supposed to lead?
blessed.
Ah, greetings. Okay, I suppose. This machine really is a science in itself.
How's that?
Well, let's hope he knows what he's doing.
It seems to be some kind of conjunction of Pyrean crystals and shadow steel.
We have gathered the best blacksmiths in the country, but recreating this stuff is incredibly
there you are.
complicated. And that's an understatement.
Lashari brought that map from some Parayan ruin a couple of weeks ago. Looks confusing, doesn't it? She said it contains more knowledge about the Parayans than all the tomes in the Sun Temple's library put together. And now she's gone, just like Constantine. Still feels surreal.
That's how Skyrim says it.
Well, let us say that I have been thinking a lot about the decisions we make in life and where they lead us. But let's not talk about that now. I did, yes, because I require your help in a personal matter. There hasn't been a good time since the Red Madness broke out. And believe me, I wouldn't bother you with this if it weren't important. Hard to explain. Come.
Yes, I know. It's just...
Fair enough. Where do I start? Imagine the following scenario. You're in an old fortress. Suddenly a door opens and a bandit charges in. Before you even realize what is happening, he raises his bow, nocks an arrow, and fires it straight at your throat. What happens next? That is one possibility, yes. It might be the one you would experience. Truth, however, is a bit more complex than that. Reality branches off into millions of new realities. One in which the bandit kills you, one in which he gets hit by a falling piece of rubble from the ceiling, one in which a tunnel spider jumps out from the shadows and kills him. The possibilities are endless. Everything that can happen will happen, and creates a new eventuality in the process, another reality. In a million others, yes. There might even be one where a magical anomaly suddenly transforms the bandit into a Mirad. Everything that can happen will happen. This is the nature of our universe. I'm getting there. I assume you know that this mechanism is also the reason for the existence of magic. An Arcanist is able to transport eventualities from one reality into another, and thus perform feats considered supernatural. So far, so good. But what if there were a way to not only bring elements of other eventualities into ours, but to travel these other realities physically? I am indeed. Well, this is where it gets exciting, isn't it? With the Planeswalker. Come, let us sit. Have you ever heard of the name Dal'Varek? That's the one. What hardly anyone knows, however, is that Dal'Varek's experiments reached far beyond the Sunwheel. Among other things, he worked on a device called the Planeswalker, a combination of Enderalian mentalism and Paraean technology. Temporarily, yes. Sadly, Dal'Varek never had the chance to finish it, since he was too busy blowing up Thalgard. Lashari? No. Even if we were to find a reality where she didn't die, we couldn't bring her back. Suffice it to say that there is something I need to see. Something I want to see. To be honest, it wasn't my intention to drag someone else into this. But there's no other choice, so here we are. It could, but not that much. Other than what I'm planning to use the Planeswalker for, we lack a concrete plan for using it against the cycle. The only thing we could do with it is use it to blindly glimpse into other realities, and hope that we can gain information in the few moments we have there. And for reasons I will elaborate on later, traveling into other realities is quite dangerous. In other words, it's not worth the risk. No, Prophetess. Our fight against the High Ones is one we'll have to fight in this world. There's no way around that. We should, yes. But let me reassure you that this endeavor won't take up too much of our time. And as I've already said, I would not bother you with this if it weren't important. Indeed. It would mean a lot to me, if that's worth anything to you. Apart from doing a good deed, and the chance to do something Arcanists have been dreaming of for millennia, rest assured I will properly reward you. Well, first of all, we need to acquire two materials I wasn't able to find here in Ark. The Ether Crystal, and a special kind of alloy. According to my research, Dal'Varek's old laboratory in Thalgard would be a good place to start our search. Yes, I'll tell you more about it later. You mean Jekyll and Muriel? Yes, they could. But their magical talents aren't anywhere near powerful enough to help with the activation ritual. Also, son knows why, I can't help but feel a certain amount of trust towards you. Right in the middle of Thalgard's contaminated areas, so it will be dangerous. You have a map, don't you? Here. That's where we should find the entrance. I have some preparations to make first, so let us meet there shortly. Ah, and one more thing. I would appreciate it if we could keep this matter between you and I for now. I know I've said it before, but this mission is personal, and I'd rather not have to justify it to Aranthiel. Firstly, because it's a personal matter. Secondly, it's too much of a risk as long as Khalim and his helper are still sauntering about. The less people know of this mission, the better. The essentials. Well, suffice it to say that what happened to Lashari and Constantine have made me question certain things. I know that they gave their lives for the greater good, but frankly, there have been times when I've found it hard to stay true to our cause. I am hoping that what I'll find over there will help me regain some sense of purpose. Yes, I know, probably not the answer you were hoping for, but it's the best I can do for now. Forgive me. Oh, that's complicated. We'll talk about it once we get there. We will. I will meet you in Thalgard.
Beautiful and proud, the ruler of the Undercity, Vatira was her name. She was feared and desired.
I just don't see the fucking point.
Beggars, thieves, and murderers were falling at
Huh. You're the one.
Yes.
Huh? Can I help you?
I just don't respect these.
Walk blessed. Some shifts never end.
Good evening.
Oi, you there. Don't look at me like that. Looking for trouble?
Madame?
Huh? Can I help you?
A golden brown loaf of our unrivaled
Greetings.
tasty bread.
Yes?
Greetings.
An obulus, my dame, please. The Lord will be.
Hello.
Yes?
What list?
But please, take a look. Apart from my wares, you mean? Well, jokes aside, no. At the moment, it's quiet around here. Thank Malthus it is. I mean, you don't hear a lot of good things from the streets these days. Vatirs, brigands... This country has seen better times. What do you need? All you'll ever need. But please, take a look. May your path always be even. $10 for a sack of grain.
Our ancient world seemed newborn in his eyes. No place could keep him. He yearned for the skies. He abandoned the
We just got a new delivery of mail. Anyone?
He followed
Hello.
his own. And he strayed
Wait,
in the
I think I know you.
as a wayward
You helped the Grandmaster crush those Naramese bastards at the Harbor Gate, didn't you? I can't believe that actually happened. Wait, I think I know you. You helped the Grandmaster crush those Naramese bastards at the Harbor Gate, didn't you? I can't believe that actually happened.
He did find a home in the city below, where life neither purpose nor honor can hold.
What? Another exhausted soul? Oh, a bit of this and that. The roast rabbit is really good. Take a look for yourself.
'Cause he strayed in the void as a wayward wanderer, despising the path that was meant just for him. Yet the dreams that he sought in the deep red afterglow were as distant as ever before. Our ancient world seemed as old as his eyes. He had lived his whole life under empty skies. When a little boy asked him for the guiding path, he said, do not risk Malthus's wrath. 'Cause you'll stray in the void as a wayward wanderer, despising the path that is meant just for you. Yet the dreams that you seek in the deep red afterglow are...
See? Travels.
I just don't see the fucking point.
Malthus's blessings.
You helped defend the city, didn't you? Thank you. But why didn't anyone listen to me in the first place? I told them those Naramese were dangerous. And now this happens.
Yes?
Just where did I put it? Is it important?